This episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons, like Chris, Clinway, Metalligo Phaleon, Rita Hartnell, Ariel, CeeLo Redwind, Courtney, Dimos, Sprocket, Christoph Haas, Centra, Casey Schaefer, Bobby Forbridge, and Omega Cat Comet. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/speakersxiv.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Hello, Eorzeans. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 71. I'm Lukile Bravestone, and I'm joined today by Yazzpot and Maela and Yazz. I did it.
Ooh.
I fucking did it.
You did.
Thank you for sticking through our It's weird. I just have to tell you why we're late today. I was waiting for a render, and I was very, 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 very tired. So I thought I would take a nap. I forgot to set an alarm. And so I slept until... When was it? 5 minutes past?
Yeah.
Or something? That's when I heard this, like, some chatter in the background. Like, I was like, oh, what the fuck? I can hear it. Like a tiny radio. And these Maela and Yazz panicking on Discord. Sorry. That's never happened before. But today was the day, apparently. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about the Yoshi-P interview that I think it was DualShockers interview with Yoshi-P, where we get some more details about 4.2 and housing again. And we did minimum eye level yesterday, so we're going to look at that, maybe discuss a little bit what we feel about minimum eye level. I don't know. And then at the very end, there's a Q&A session, so if you have any questions you want to ask, you can ask them then. So, hey! Channel updates. If you stay tuned until the post-show, you will be able to catch the premiere of the Secrets of Eidolon. No.
Secrets
what
of
the
a
hell's going on, Lukile?
I woke up 10 minutes ago. Oh, Clint.
Thanks, Clinway.
I am
so
funding this show.
Yes, you are, Clinway. You are funding this show.
That's true.
So what is it called? Secrets of a Realm.
That's the one. The thing you made?
Yeah.
That is world premiere on the post show. Stay tuned for that. It's already out for patrons, of course. They got to see that yesterday. So, quick news. I'm sure I'm gonna get better as we progress here. Letter from the Producer Live is slated for December 15th at 3 a.m. PST. So we're expecting that to shed some even more light on patch 4.2. Probably gonna show us stuff. What are we expecting from 4.2? I forget.
Crafting.
Now, is it what do we want to see or what are we expecting?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say Eureka.
I want to see Eureka, but I'm not expecting to see Eureka at this point.
You know what? Probably not.
Well,
what?
No, I don't think in part 1, honestly.
Omega.
I don't think we'll get it until part 2.
Again, the new Omega, we'll at least hopefully see one boss.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. It's funny because the number of the live letter is XL. So I'm sort of expecting them to actually give us a big live letter. Hopefully, we'll see. I mean, you can they usually show tease stuff that we get later anyways. They teased Rival Wings with, didn't they? I feel like they did tease Rival Wings with 4.1. They did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
So there is a chance that they'll show some Eureka stuff. Hopefully.
Maybe they'll show us like a relic armor piece.
That's probably stretching it.
They won't.
That's probably... Maybe they'll just wear it like in a dungeon when we see the dungeon teaser, maybe.
Well, we get like Because usually when we get like concept art or like some very primitive screenshot stuff is usually part 1. So
you mean when instead of showing it on a PowerPoint, he just prints it out and points at it?
Exactly, it's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly.
I hate those.
Me too.
Yeah.
The worst.
Because we're expecting 4.2 to come out in January.
So December 15th is very close.
That is very close.
Basically finished everything by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we're expecting it in January, are we expecting it what time in January?
Yeah, in March.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so free login campaign is also underway. You can play up to 96 hours starting December 1st to January 4th. So if you have someone, a friend or whatever, who's left the game, you might want to bring them back in now so they can check out 4.1. Orange.
Well, someone very special came back, didn't they, Lukile?
Orange apparently returned. I completely forgot that he was on after we did them. How long was he on? Because when I checked to look for him, he wasn't on anymore. But
I did Rabanasta with him at about 5:30 my time.
Right. He probably. Well, do you know if he actually did all the content? Like, did he?
He went and did the story afterwards.
Nice.
So
Nice.
he's done
I know he did
Scala and
Scala.
stuff?
Yeah.
Good.
And he seemed to like it.
Nice. The Breaking Brick Mountains has returned. We talked about that in the previous episode. We can confirm now that you cannot redo it if you've already done it once, which was kind of expected, of course, because the rewards are the same. But was it so that you could actually buy the items now from a vendor?
You can buy the slime hat.
Only the slime hat.
The other two are just rewards from the quest.
Okay. So if you want the slime, if you've somehow discarded the slime hat, you can buy it now. I kind of panicked
which was good for me because I actually think I didn't get the slime crown originally.
Oh, really? God.
I didn't notice because I don't really care.
Yeah, it's just hidden on a vendor nearby.
It was the best item. Just a boob on your head.
It's not wrong.
Okay, so let's get into let's talk about what we've done in 14. I keep forgetting that part. Mostly because we really don't do much in 14, except for the stuff we've already said before. Like, I haven't done the event because I've already done it. Maela has done it.
I did the event.
How did you find one of the first events ever?
It's short. I'll give it that. I mean, it's not bad.
Right.
It's not revolutionary, but you just run over, do a fate. Spawns quite regularly, I think, so that's good. Go back and give a bit of rock to a man, and he says, "Wow, this will make loads of money," and then he gives you a hat.
No, he doesn't even give you a hat. He allows you to buy a hat.
Yeah, he allows you to buy a hat, and then loads of naked women puff you, and you think you're going to get something exciting. Yeah, and you're ready for it, and then it's actually a snurble. What are they called?
Yeah, those things. The things that look cute from a distance.
Yeah, and then it's like right in the camera. Yeah,
this is once you get close to one of them, it's just like he's got the eyes of a very old man. Yeah. It's disturbing. Okay, so let's get to the main content then. The interview with Yoshi-P. DualShockers did a pretty extensive. This is my favorite. What do we call it? Website for Final Fantasy 14 interviews, because these are the guys that know what questions to ask. I've said this before. Okay, so link if you're watching this recorded will be in the description, of course. Okay, so let's just jump into this. There's like a big fluff part, of course, where they talk about everything else. Then they get into the meat here. Unfortunately, the release. So now we're gonna. We've never talked about this before, so this is refreshing. Unfortunately, the release of the Shirogane housing district didn't go as planned. We know that you're planning to help the situation with 4.2. Could you provide any details on what you're going to do? So, there is actually some interesting stuff here. There is some specifics for once. And Naoki Yoshida then says, the Shirogane housing area itself was very stable when it launched with patch 4.1, but we were unable to meet the demand for housing plots. Surprise. Which in turn caused player frustration and dissatisfaction. I would first like to sincerely apologize for that. Sure.
Do you think he's sick of saying that yet?
Yeah.
I hope so.
I'm sick of hearing it.
Yeah, it's getting a little old. In order to resolve... What?
I like that the housing area is stable, but he doesn't talk about the servers.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, it was. Like, the housing areas didn't crash.
No, just everyone got kicked out the server.
Yeah.
Later.
In order to resolve this issue, we will review the percentage of active players who own housing, as well as the number of active free companies that do not own housing, and from there work to add an appropriate amount of additional wards to all 4 existing housing areas in patch 4.2. Equal numbers of plots will be added to all 4 housing areas, so please keep in mind that we won't simply be adding a large number of wards to Shirogane because it was so popular. No one thought that, Yoshi-P, because you haven't done that before. It's not like... Why would that make any sense? All the time, always when you've added plots, you have done it once, but you added it to all the wards. Okay. Let's just finish it. We also are planning the implementation of new specifications related to the purchasing system as well, but we will announce further details when we get closer to release. We would like to give all players equal information on the system while avoiding any extensive preparations prior to the release of these changes, so your understanding on the wait for updates would be greatly appreciated. Lastly, I'd like to point out that equal numbers of plots will be added to all 4 housing areas, so please keep in mind that What? Is he actually legit just repeating it? Mm-hmm. So please keep in mind that we won't simply be adding a large number of wards to Shirogane because it was so popular. So that's how you know that he was just... I don't think that was Yoshi-P speaking, that was Gorenek speaking.
That was a different quote. I know what happened. It's fine.
Oh, okay. So, it was... Oh, yeah.
It was like a quote on the website.
Yeah, okay.
Double copied. Yeah.
Still, though. Yeah, weird answer. Still not telling us what the system is, so...
Yeah, but he is saying that it's... They're looking at the differences between free companies and personal housing, so...
That is true.
Perhaps the new system's leaning towards one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Probably free companies, because he says they're the ones who do not own housing.
Yeah.
Like people who do own housing and free companies that don't own it.
That is interesting. Maybe they are. I still hope that they add like free company wards.
Yeah,
but
that would be nice.
Yeah, because that would resolve at least for. It's sad to start a free company and know that you'll probably never be able to get a house. That must be very depressing. Hey, so that's housing. We don't know much more than that. I've given up on housing, so I don't really care anymore. Are there any plans, maybe in the long term, to provide new wards on demand dynamically? We've talked about this, allowing all players to be able to get a house. Alternatively, could apartments be expanded with things like terraces or yards to allow those who don't have a house to access outdoor features?
Which that's what I've been asking for the whole time.
I'm not sure exactly what you mean by dynamically. He doesn't know. He's getting into it though. But with us making active efforts to alleviate current issues with the additions of new plots, I believe we will be able to be more flexible in accommodating housing related issues. However, we are not able to create a system in which land is generated automatically whenever there is a deficiency, or create a system in which the number of plots changes depending on a world's population. Following those initial updates, we would like to shift our focus to new initiatives, including updates to apartments. The reason we would not choose to implement a system such as this is that it could compromise the stability of the housing areas, which we want to avoid at all costs. Your understanding would be appreciated. Your understanding would be appreciated, guys. Please understand.
I'll try.
Yeah, so let's discuss that first because he's going to answer the apartments thing afterwards. So, yeah, we've just discussed the dynamically allocated plots because they did that in what was it called? Lord of the Rings Online. So I understand why they're not going to do that, because obviously the housing system in 14 is probably a bit more. I mean, first of all, player population. Lord of the Rings Online probably never saw the numbers that 14 has right now, and the strain on the servers for if. Just imagine all the bots. Imagine how many wards we would have eventually. We would have like hundreds of wards.
Well, you could still. I mean, we would still have the auto demolition. So if bots were buying it and stuff, and then the bots got banned for RMT or whatever the hell, their house would still open up again eventually.
Eventually, though. There would be
30 days.
So 30 days is a lot. If you can, like, imagine how many bots would buy new plots in 30 days. That's a lot of houses. That's a lot of houses in 30 days.
I don't know. I think it makes a lot of sense to have things scale to the size of the server.
That I agree with.
There's been certain people who are like, yeah, there's still houses open in Shirogane on my server, and it's like, well,
yeah, they don't have to.
Clearly, you don't need sub wards and 12 wards. You know, clearly that server could make do with 5 or 6.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I think not having it automatic is, I understand they can't have that in 14, but yeah, giving high population servers more wards. While maybe removing some from the less populated ones, if that's what they need to
for
free some resources.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So
I don't understand why he's so adamant that every single server has to have the exact same amount of wards. Whatever, I guess, as long as they can add enough plots, which they probably never will be able to do. But
I don't think so, personally. I think, if you ask me, the way to go is apartments all the way.
Yeah. So regarding apartments, processes involving plots of land are executed within the zone in which they reside, while the interior of a house on a plot of land has its home within a separate housing server. Due to this, we cannot apply land management, an example a terrace, to an apartment, as its processing is the same as a house interior. First, we are working our hardest to meet player demand for housing, and should have more concrete updates as we near the release of patch 4.2. Following those initial updates, we would like to shift our focus to new initiatives, including updates to apartments. So, you're never getting a balcony.
Why can't they have a plot of land outside then that is sort of phased for every player individually then?
I don't know. It's a bit weird.
I think I'm not a game developer. Maybe it is really difficult, but I feel like sometimes they describe things, they're like, it's impossible. And you're like, is it though?
Yeah. I don't know.
And then 5 minutes later, they're like, oh yeah, we could do it actually.
Well, what does it mean? Because you can plant indoors. You have plant pots indoors.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Just make
like when you cross that line, you can place outdoor furniture. That's how easy it is in my head, but I guess
and that's why I feel the same way. But it's like, I'll be the first one to admit I don't know. Maybe
neither do I.
Complicated.
Yeah, could be. Anyway, I don't care. Apartments are shit, anyways. In a previous interview, you mentioned that Ishgard could be considered a new location for housing wards after the implementation of Shirogane. Now that Shirogane is out, should we be optimistic about that possibility? I had forgotten about this. Would you want a housing district in Ishgard?
I would.
Sure.
I like snowy zones.
Yeah, I guess.
So I'd be alright with it.
Yeah. I mentioned this in the previous question, but our housing team currently is putting full effort into the fundamental expansion of housing wards in addition to system updates, with the goal to meet player demands for plots. At this point in time, we unfortunately cannot say anything in regards to new housing updates outside of that. We're not going to get Ishgard in a long time as a housing district.
I honestly don't know if we'll ever get Ishgard.
It doesn't make sense, really, because why would Ishgard suddenly be like, you want to move in? You guys want to move in and come? Where would that housing district be?
They joined the Eorzean Alliance.
Baby.
They built.
That is a baby step. You don't go from
They
like
built the airship tower so you could get there easily. They're part of it now.
you don't go from being a secluded nation to just suddenly like open the gates, let all the scum in.
Then why is
yeah.
Hingashi let everyone in?
Yeah.
Well, they're different. They're different. Okay.
They just wanted to sell the Japanese aesthetic.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. I just I've never wanted to have a housing district there because it's snow. I just hate snow. So
Yeah, but that's the
I mean, me
Norwegian in
too.
you. And the Canadian in you.
Yeah. Yeah, we deal with it.
yeah.
Yeah. We don't. We deal with rain.
Well, that's why we're in Goblet. That's why we're in the Goblet because it hardly ever rains. How is the population balance between? No, you're in Mist now. That's the worst place to be.
Oh yeah, that's true. Damn it.
Damn it.
See, I even forgot that I moved there.
That's how often you use your house. How is the population balance between servers looking at the moment? Did the incentives provided with the release of Stormblood manage to alleviate the issues in large servers like Balmung, or is there more work to be done? Following our initiatives to address the imbalance in realm populations, it looks like we are starting to see a great deal of active players spread out through each world. While we feel these initiatives may have caused inconvenience to some players on a wider scale, they have been very effective. This is thanks to the cooperation of you, the players. We are still analyzing not only the concurrent number of users in each world, but also the number of players per level, in addition to daily average users. As we continue monitoring the situation, we will also consider changing the designations for congested worlds and preferred worlds in the future. We are planning on expanding the squadron What? Why is that an answer? Oh, no, this is a quote. Okay, yeah, I guess this happened before Gilgamesh? I would assume.
It must have, yeah.
Yeah.
Before Gilgamesh opened back up.
I have not heard from anyone from Gilgamesh yet how this has changed, if it has improved their server, but
I've heard that it's been pretty good,
okay.
but they're not used to dealing with
Noobs?
anyone who wants to come.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very nice thing then. There's not really much interest in that.
I don't really care either.
The new command missions and glamour features in patch 4.1 helped to make the squadron content more interesting and fun to play. Are there any plans to expand it further? Are Fantasia potions for squadron members a future possibility? Which I thought, okay, sure, they have to do that eventually now that you can change their glamour. You're probably, if you haven't read this interview, you might be a little bit surprised by the answer that's coming up now. So if the squadrons is a big deal for you, you might want to brace yourself. I believe the appearance of each squadron member our team has created ties into each of those characters' individuality, and I don't believe we will go so far as to allow using Fantasia on these characters. I feel it will take away from that personality we've given them. Let's just...
They don't have any dialogue or anything.
Yeah, but one of them's dressed as a reindeer, so that's pretty...
Yeah, and I took her reindeer outfit off.
You took Krilled?
Creel?
Something like that. You took her...
I took her reindeer outfit off.
I mean, that's...
She's lost her personality, Yazz.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's like the only character that people know, like, recognize.
Yeah.
That's the only meme character.
Actually.
Oh, I am the snowman, yeah.
There's a snowman too, yeah.
But those are just wearing funny outfits, and you can take those outfits off, and what you have left is just a generic character. So I don't understand why.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this is just him trying to reason why they're not going to bother putting Fantasias in the squadron system, because that's bullshit.
I wish they did have personalities.
Yeah,
I wish they had dialogue.
They don't have personalities, because if you right click them or talk to them, interact with them, you just get their stat sheet.
Yeah, and like, I'm sorry, saying they're from West Shroud.
Yeah.
That doesn't do anything for
Such
me.
deep
You know what I
lore.
mean? Oh, but now they're Rogadin, so they can't be from West Shroud,
Yeah,
guys. So,
yeah.
Everything's fucked.
Okay, so we're planning on expanding the squadron content itself in future updates, and plan to add features like taking on special missions, as well as expanding which dungeons you can challenge. How exciting. How exciting.
You know it.
That's
Squadrons, man.
But
Most
he says
thrilling content in the game.
special missions though, but they're just new rewards, I guess.
I mean, that might open it up to like trials and stuff, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's true. That could happen. Yeah.
Because we do have enough people to do trials.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I don't
God,
know.
can you imagine that? Sophia with
Fun,
your
dude.
squadron.
Yeah. Has there been any considerations to integrate squadrons and retainers? It would be fun to be able to recruit our retainers in our squadrons and bring them along in command missions as well. Yoshida says, we don't have plans at the moment, but we are able to make it so that retainer details can be copied over to squadron members. However, this would require a significant amount of time to accommodate. I will tell the person handling it about this idea, though. So, Fantasia's no. Retainers, kind of yes, kind of, maybe?
I mean, to be fair, I know my retainers better than I know my squadron members.
Mm-hmm.
True, but that is literally just a Fantasia, just complicated Fantasia, because you can Fantasia your retainer
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
and then copying that retainer onto a squadron member.
Yeah, but it will retain the personality, and that's the important thing.
That's such a Square Enix solution. It's just we're not gonna make Fantasias, but you can take your retainer and you can copy the appearance of that retainer and place it on top of a squadron member. It is not a Fantasia because it's just a copy. It's just a mirage.
Oh.
So you can make all of them look like your retainer.
I would. That is amazing. I would
That would
do
be
that.
great.
I would do that. Everyone would look the same. Okay, so this is the exciting one. I think. Oh yeah. What?
Mirapri.
Mirapri. Let's see. I need to see where. Okay, no, never mind. This isn't the.
Fight. We won't be able to fight primals with them anyway because they don't have the echo.
Oh,
Yeah, well, whatever.
True.
They don't care about that anymore.
They better care about it. Deep lore.
As might be expected considering the involvement of Rauban in the main scenario, the storyline of both Stormblood and Patch 4.1 have had a lot of focus on Ul'dah over the other city-states. Can we expect the spotlight to return on Limsa, Lominsa, Gridania, and their rulers in the future? Naoki Yoshida says, we shall see. We still have Doma, who is just starting on the first steps of independence following liberation from the oppression of the Garlean Empire. What story awaits our Warrior of Light after the dust from the chaos of war has settled? This would be a spoiler, so I would like to refrain from going into any more details, but I'm sure a surprising story awaits. Wink, wink. By the way, I noticed, and I think someone posted it on Reddit too. Remember we talked about the Doman Enclave?
Mm.
They're after the patch, they've started building on it. So it is
Did they?
actually, yeah. So that there are people, they've started rebuilding it.
Wow.
Yes.
Why didn't they put that in the patch notes so people would be aware?
I don't know, but it's
I'd have
happening.
gone and checked it
Never
out.
did. They never put in the patch notes like Mordona is getting
did.
nicer.
They did.
did they?
Additional structures have been constructed in
Oh, that's
Mordona.
right. They did say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is. Huh.
But they didn't do it for this one, so they're being sneaky now.
I'll have
And
to go
nothing
have a
changed in
look.
Rogger's Reach, so
No, so apparently Ralger's Reach is not. So the Enclave is the new Idle Shire. It would be cool if they just eventually raised an Aetheryte there, but it's an instance. Oh,
Oh,
Astrid Stormborn, thank you for subscribing.
thank you.
I was saying, yeah, the Enclave is like its own. Maybe they're gonna add some.
wait, which area are you talking about?
The Doman Enclave. You have to.
You get the boat there. Do you remember?
Maybe you haven't even been there. You only
It's
go
like
there
a
once.
really small square with loads of ruined buildings.
Mm-hmm.
You get there from Yangsha.
Yeah. Yes,
I have
like-
no idea what you guys are talking about.
It's a place. And
I thought you were talking about the House of the Fierce or whatever.
no.
No.
It's.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well,
Well,
it's hard
check
to
that out.
describe other than a ruined area.
yeah, it's where Hien and Yugiri are right now. Yeah, they are in there. you'll have, now you have something to do after the podcast. Go check that out. One interesting narrative choice made for Stormblood was having Y'shtola wounded right at the beginning, basically confining her to the sidelines. This surprised me, since she appears to be the most popular among the Scions. Was this done to give Lise more chance to shine, or were there any other reasons? Now that she's back, can we expect her to play a relevant role in the story again? I don't see the thing. I don't understand why Y'shtola is such a big deal. That's always baffled me. Why she's like, I mean, a cat girl, I guess. But
yeah, I was gonna say that's the answer. Is ear to the tail, dude.
Yeah.
Well, she's not annoying.
I mean, yeah, she isn't annoying. That's true.
No,
I
she
prefer
isn't
her over Minfilia, which they tried really hard to push initially as the poster child of the game.
Get rid of Minfilia, Lise,
and when they couldn't,
Kryl.
when they couldn't sell Minfilia, they just killed her. They were like, we can't use her.
But they kept her in their pocket, so if they ever need to use her again, they still can.
Yeah, if she becomes like a cult icon, if people are like, I wonder, where is she? I want her back.
Minfilia, what's
She's
she back?
Unlike novels and movies, a video game story is a form of entertainment that accompanies a user experience. In order for players to be compelled and invested in this experience, it is necessary to dive deeper into each character and create stories that revolve around each of them. In order to create these stories, there are times when we deliberately create a scenario that lessens a certain character's chance to take the limelight. Although we aren't saying this is the exact reason why Y'shtola befell her injuries, though. Yeah, you do that to Y'shtola, but Thancred, he's not there. We don't get an explanation for him being gone. He's just gone around.
Thancred.
Y'shtola and members of the Scions are very important characters, so I believe there will be opportunities for each of them to shine again in the future. Yeah, there will be. Well, you don't say. Yeah, that's which one of the Scions do you guys want to see more of? I forgot.
Oh,
Twin of Fate.
Thanks.
Thank you for subscribing.
I think.
Brita?
What is this? Tugliv, thank you for subscribing. Welcome.
To be honest with you, and I think Thancred is one of my favorites.
Really? Yeah.
No, I don't really have a favorite.
He's pretty cool.
You don't have a favorite Scion?
No, when I think about it,
Y'shtola.
Oh.
Ooh.
when I think about it, no, I don't.
Really? You don't? Not even Urianger? I mean, he's an Elezen.
Oh, Urianger is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's a little annoying because it's like, take the stick out of your ass, dude. Stop saying how art
But
thou
for
going.
sooth, yes, pot.
Those are going to
What art thou?
the city, and it is gone. It's gone.
What art thou procrastinating in thy
chill
mind?
on the THs, dude. Relax a little bit.
He's a scholar. He needs to.
Yeah.
What is he really? What's his job?
He's an artist.
Librarian.
Whatever.
What does he do? To be honest
But
with you,
for
other than
real,
research?
why is he the only person that talks that way?
Yeah, that is
There's
strange.
no one else in the entire game that talks that way.
Oh, he's a dragon. They're the
Mm.
they talk like that.
No, they actually talk like, don't they?
Yeah, but when it translates, it's always in Old English, and that's why Orange couldn't understand them.
It's true. I
So
actually have my
Urianger is a
answer.
dragon.
I have my answer. My
You're-
favorite Scion is Arnvald for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, he
I
was
forgot
cool.
him.
The newest and best Scion.
Yeah,
I completely forgot him.
I agree. I guess.
Nidhogg. Yes, he's back.
My favorite is Mombrita.
That's what I already said that.
Yeah,
Oh, you did. No one remembers Mombrita,
He
so I
was
forgot
great for
already.
that patch.
Okay. So did you say who you wanted, Maela? I'm not paying attention anymore.
It's
Thancred.
Thancred, dude. You gotta wake up.
My favorite is
If you say Kryl, I'm leaving.
Minfilia. Blizzard just
What?
announced World of War. No, that's too soon. Stormblood brought some very relevant changes to PvP, and I have to say that I absolutely love the new implementation. Now, if we could get true, what is RVR?
Realm versus realm.
Oh, realm versus realm. Oh, okay. Like in Dark Age of Camelot, it'd be happier, but oh boy. Now, if we could get true RVR like in Dark Age of Camelot, I'd be even happier. But pipe dreams aside, what do the metrics for Frontline and the Feast look like in the post-expansion Final Fantasy XIV? What plans do you have to improve popularity among players even further? Interesting. I mean, a lot of people have wanted World v World, which I guess is the same as Realm versus Realm, for a long time. But I still don't understand. It just doesn't fit into the game. We'll get to it. The number of players participating in PvP has noticeably increased. And those who were previously hesitant because they thought the bar was too high are slowly beginning to dive into PvP. For better or worse. We are planning to push out 3 major updates. One is the addition of new types of PvP modes, beginning with the recently released Rival Wings content that came with patch 4.15. We are also planning for an update to the PvP system. We plan to make changes to some rules in line with player feedback we received. The ultimate goal behind these changes is to ramp up for official tournaments for the Feast. We also have plans to bring new updates to Frontline. Don't laugh at the Feast, come on.
Official tournaments is what I was laughing at.
It's esports, dude. It's official esports. Respect the esport. Additionally, in order to make for quicker matching and to help increase participation in PvP even further, we are looking to refine the time for when specific content is available to allow for players to better balance both PvE and PvP play. The third major update is to make final preparations for official tournaments as we push out these changes. Holding official events drives enthusiasm and motivation for PvP and can also be exciting for spectators. We plan to incorporate these throughout the 4.x series in separate phases.
Whoa, what the hell does he mean with
There's
specific content allowing players to balance PvE and PvP?
You know, I think that's great, to be honest.
But what does he mean?
I think he means to make like the way things are planned out, it allows you to focus on PvE for a while and then switch over to focusing on PvP for a while.
The way that came across to me was like he was going to like lock all PvE content for like 5 hours a day and you'd only do PvP.
Oh god. That sounds like something... No, I'm not going to go there. The third... okay, so... yeah, how do you feel about the esport thing? Official tournaments!
It's a joke.
It's a joke, but they can keep pushing it if they want. It doesn't really bother me.
Go ahead. It's going to be good. I'm so confused by how they're doing it, because they sometimes have, like... When they do the European PvP events, they're sometimes in French. Which, the Feast is niche enough. But to do it in French... on the official Final Fantasy XIV channel, don't cry when you get 2 views, because you're sort of asking for it at that point. That is weird to me that they do that. But hey, they're trying. Do you think they'll... We talked about this before, but do you think they'll... He seems very like optimistic about PvP in 14 right now. It seems like it's growing on the community, which, I mean, it's a given when you start actually releasing more content. The more PvP content you get, the more people will actually play it. You think they'll... I mean, they're gonna make tournaments on Rival Wings. I'm calling it now. They're gonna start official tournaments for that.
They can try.
If they're doing it on the Feast.
Dude, I honestly think the Feast is what they're trying to focus on for PvP, though. Like actual competitive PvP. I think
the Feast lends itself to competitive PvP because it's arena based. What I want them to do is like arena team sort of things. Like you can set up your own little arena team. I mean, you could do it yourself now, but like a whole system for it. Yeah. And then more Feast map for a bit of variety. Yeah.
And maybe, you know, the ability to talk would be nice.
That would be good too.
That would be pretty good. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. That would be okay.
Yeah. Now this is one of the most exciting ones. Exciting. It's the wrong word. Blizzard just announced World of Warcraft's new expansion, Battle for Azeroth. I know we're a long time away, but how is the planning for the next Final Fantasy XIV expansion going? Can we expect the pace of one expansion every 2 years to continue? Naoki Yoshida says, we are already moving forward with making our next expansion pack a reality. I have written a text-based storyboard for the expansion pack's opening trailer. We will have more things to come.
Cool.
So, expansion confirmed. Not a surprise there.
What?
What?
No way.
Yeah, he didn't answer the question though, but whatever.
I mean, it would have been a bad answer if it said no.
Yeah.
No, I've got no
we're
idea.
never doing another one.
We're
Sorry.
Yeah, 5 years
Someone
down
was
the
so
line.
successful, we don't want to risk it.
Okay, and now I'm gonna get triggered again. Return to Ivalice is probably my favorite 24-man raid in the game so far. I also found it quite a bit more challenging than previous Alliance raids that were instead fairly easy. Is this a trend that will continue in the future of Final Fantasy XIV? Naoki Yoshida answers, many members of our development team, myself included, are fans of Ivalice and Matsuno-san's work. That's Woolhead, for those of you who didn't know. And everyone was excited to have this opportunity to create Ivalice content. We added quite a few brand new mechanics which may have contributed to the challenging feel that came with it. Moving forward, I'd like to provide content that isn't necessarily more difficult than it is now, but ensures that we don't lose that element of thrill and excitement that comes with it. Yeah, good.
What the hell does he mean previous Alliance raids that were fairly easy? He means Void Ark, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But out of all of them, most of them were reasonably different. Well,
Yeah, at release, I would say most
Same
of
with-
them. Void Ark was by far the one boss, the tentacle dude. He was
oh yeah,
pretty
Kuchulain.
rough to begin with.
Yeah.
Kuchulain?
Yeah.
Kuchulain.
But I don't know, man. The whole Crystal Tower series is pretty
World of Darkness.
World of Darkness was
was-
brutal at launch.
No, it wasn't brutal.
It was brutal at launch.
What world did you come from? It was not
Earth.
brutal at all.
It was
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. Yeah, that was Wipe City to begin with. The first boss with the instant doom thing, you had to go on the plates. People fucking died like flies, man.
Yeah, but it was hardly ever wipes.
It was wipes, and I
Have
had
you not watched Lukile's
Wipe
YouTube
stream.
video?
I
Wipe stream.
yeah, that's funny.
2015?
We have that on fucking tape. I streamed with Viera, which was an old host. She wasn't old. She was
old. She used to be on the show, but she was very old.
Whatever. We streamed a couple of days after World of Darkness came out, and we just wanted to do one piece of content. Which we had a bad start though. We tried to do Garuda Extreme, which at the time was still a thing that people did for actual like loot, and we kept dying. We had to give up. So I thought, okay, let's do something that's not as difficult as Garuda Extreme. Let's do World of Darkness. We couldn't get through it. We tried several times, like with several different groups, and we just couldn't. If we didn't die on the Eye, we would die on Cerberus, because people don't understand what chains are apparently, and people would walk in the thing and he would eat you and kill you because he didn't shrink first. Oh my god,
Dude, I never had these problems.
Oh, and the fucking big lady bitch. She's people wouldn't kill the clouds, so she would just she would numb them like fucking marshmallows and kill everyone. So don't tell me that World of Darkness wasn't hard when it was released, because my god, I have the scars to prove it. I didn't think it was too hard, but when the community that can't get you through it, it's hard. It was too hard for people to do World of Darkness. If it's easy now, it was not
easy then.
It was not easy then. I won't have it. Circus Tower, yes. Labyrinth of the Ancients, yes. World of Darkness was a fucking bitch because it had insta-death mechanics.
Yep, and Void Ark easy. World of Weeping City was hard at launch.
Yeah.
And Dun Sagaith was quite hard at launch.
Yeah.
Not Rabanastre hard, but
nothing beats Rabanastre, to be honest.
no.
Rabanastre had like the perfect mix. Like it was kind of not difficult. Challenging from start to finish. Whereas
And it was paced well as well.
Yeah, Mark only had Ozma as like the hard one.
And Forgal, I liked him quite a lot.
I guess him
Forgal's
too.
a good
People
boss,
really,
but
he was one of my favorites.
Yeah, standing in the green thing. And
Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh no, you've got to stay out of the AoEs."
Yeah,
guys."
yeah. You've been trained to stay out of the AoEs, and now you have to step in them.
That
But
was a
only
great
at a
fight.
certain point. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there was one where you didn't. Oh yeah, I loved that fight. Can we do this?
God no, I keep getting that one on Alliance Roulette now. Okay, you probably knew this question was coming sooner or later. With Return to Ivalice creating a bridge between Final Fantasy XIV and Final Fantasy XII, and with Final Fantasy XII the Zodiac Age selling over 1 million copies, has the chance of seeing Viera implemented as a playable race improved? First of all, let me repeat, can we... Okay, the question was, with Return to Evil is creating a bridge between 14 and 12.
That doesn't mean literally.
No, but his answer might. Oh, Zippo244. Thank you. Welcome. We shall see. Conversations on new races and jobs in 14 is super top secret. I would be risking my life if I were to talk about it. Let's just say that only the Mother Crystal knows.
That could mean anything.
Yeah, I don't. What do you?
At this point, it
He
is.
even puts jobs in there. He's like, "It's blanket term, super top secret."
Did he say jobs?
He said new races and jobs, so he's just doing a blanket. It's all super top secret.
Why would he bring up jobs?
Just in
He's
case
just
you were going
saying,
to ask.
Yeah, he's just saying the new races and jobs are the most hidden thing about the expansion.
Oh, right, okay.
Which is quite sad, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of is, yeah, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Bit weird.
My dream of a new zone lives on, though, because
Yeah, true.
yeah. So that's that. That's that. We're done with that interview, unless there's anything else we want to talk about regarding that thing. Reben, the next part of that raid, of course, not with 4.2. That will be 4.3.
Sadly, yeah. I think Viera, though, I'd rather see something more.
Viera is coming. It has. There's
It
absolutely no way they're gonna skip Viera.
Yeah, but they'll do it so boringly.
They'll do it at
It'll
the
just
last
be
one.
Makote.
They'll do it
With
exactly
longer
like
race.
They made Seeks,
I'm
and
sorry?
they made Seeks in the game, and they're pretty unique, if you ask me.
Yeah, but
they just
they
didn't
can't wear
make
every
them.
armor in the game, can they?
Yeah, they didn't make them. They just went, hey, here's a model from Zodiac Age. Let's put it in the game.
Yeah, but still, that's where they're from. I mean, it makes them more authentic, if anything.
Yeah, but when you have to actually make something, that's totally different.
If Seeks can wear the full set of gear in the game and they can put them in as a playable race, fantastic.
But they'll have to wear Ivalician gear. They can't wear like.
They have to be able to wear everything.
They have
if
to
they're
wear
gonna
everything,
do
yeah.
race.
Oh, you mean as a playable race? Oh no,
Yeah, as
that's
a playable race.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh, are you just saying Viera is just a
gonna
race?
show up? Like,
Oh, yeah,
That's
that
what I've
Oh,
been
that's
meaning.
what you're saying. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
of course, definitely.
that'll have to.
I don't think they're
probably
gonna add it
just-
as a playable race. Are you crazy? No.
Viera?
Viera's never gonna add. They're never gonna do that.
As a playable race.
Yeah. No.
Well, they absolutely will.
Nah.
They'll tease
No.
it for years.
Oh, no,
and years and years.
100%.
Nah.
Maybe they'll add it to the Mog Station.
You really don't think they're going to add Viera at all?
It sounds
at
like it's
stage.
too much work for them, apparently. Even though it's just a
it's
Mikote
like
with
their
too
Half-Life
long.
3.
Yeah. I don't know. It's if they're gonna add a new race, well, I guess it would make sense to add Viera because it's the most requested one.
Yeah.
But I haven't even thought about this because every time I bring up Viera, it's just I think they're gonna make a cameo in the raid. That's what I've been talking about all this time. I haven't been talking about playable race.
Yeah,
Because that sounds like
they'll definitely show up.
yeah, they're gonna show up. They're not gonna just add a race just like in 4.3. Here's
Oh, no,
Viera.
of course not. Yeah. Yeah, no, of course
And
not.
I can't see Viera. Well, actually, if it's Garlemald theme, the next expansion, it would kind of make sense, I guess, because they live in a Garlemald controlled area. But
I don't understand when everybody's like, oh, well, they're going to, they're not going to do Vieras because it's exactly like Makote's. So are Auras. Auras are literally just a human being with horns and a tail.
yeah.
But do you want
like,
yet another human being with
animal
bits.
ears and a tail.
Actually, when I think about it now,
They're gonna do it.
Yeah,
I haven't thought about this for like a long time because we talked about this like months ago, and I can't remember what I said back then, and I think I said I actually thought they would. Yeah, but I think it's more likely that we're just gonna get a cameo now, and then
I think it'll be the same thing as El Ra, where we see an NPC that, you know.
Oh, she's all covered up, and we don't.
Yeah,
know.
they're wearing a cloak.
Maybe not even that, but we'll see an NPC that is that race, and it'll be like, "What's that?"
What if the grand reveal?
What's that Pokemon?
What if the grand reveal is that we're getting Bongo?
I'd be way happier.
But even better,
I would be a million times happier.
Or
in the like covered up outfit, like it's all bandaged up, but it looks like a Viera. But then when they take it off,
yeah,
it's a Bongo.
It would be like a good like callback to the April Fool's joke they did with the mixed race between Bonga and Viera. What did they call it? The
Bianga.
Bianga. Yeah. Oh, that was great. That was a great joke. Pissed a lot of people off.
I thought it was pretty. I wanted to play as one.
It actually looked pretty cool.
Kind of. I was sort of being sarcastic.
It's cool. No,
okay.
it was cool in a.
It was interesting.
It's so ugly. It was cool. It was.
Mhm.
It didn't deserve life, obviously, but it was. Cool.
Didn't deserve life.
Okay, so let's move on then to. Oh yeah, we did minimum eye level, guys.
that was fun.
That's the reason why I overslept today, because I forgot. This is probably not going to come as a surprise to anyone, but Lukile forgot to edit the video when he should have. So I had to sit up all night and edit it. When I say all night, I was probably not going to say when I went to bed. It's too sad. Let's see.
Well, it was about.
It was
5
about
minutes
about
before.
a half an hour before the show is when I went to bed. I thought we'd just it's been a while since we've done the minimum eye level thing on the podcast, but usually we show the highlights on the podcast. If you're watching this in recording, this will be cut. You'll have like a link in the top here on YouTube somewhere.
They're beautiful.
Oh yeah, there's you can see it in chat there.
I would totally play one of those.
Their faces are so disturbing. Yeah, there you go. It's
beautiful.
It's pretty weird. Okay, let's take a look at how it went when we did a minimum eye level run of minimum eye level.
What?
Well, yeah,
Vice-Gerent.
Vice-Gerent. That's a good dungeon. Oh yeah, we have to pull the next one.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to show you something that Streamlabs implemented. We're not gonna do it, but they have like this feature. Let's see if I can, where you can spin a wheel.
Ooh.
It is more a visual approach, I guess. However, I haven't put every dungeon in yet, and it also looks very bad. It looks like it's made in Paint, so
Oh, even better.
we'll have to wait until they've actually improved it. But let's see, spin wheel. So if I can switch to that right now, let's see if Lukile has done this correctly. One thing I wish they could do was so we could have the wheel visible when it's not spinning, but hey. So here it is. Let's just pretend that we're pulling a dungeon. This is not real. This is not canon.
This is not real.
Just so you know, the white spot on the wheel is Ormvale. I've made it white so you can see where it is. So let's spin the wheel.
A fortune. Ooh.
Oh, so
Oh
smooth.
yeah, that is pretty low quality, but
Yeah, it's very low quality. And you can't make it bigger. Oh, let's see. Where we go. This is
why did it speed up again?
Snow Cloak.
Thank God this isn't canon.
That's not canon. That's not canon.
That's not canon?
That's-
Okay, good.
that's
If you
not
pull
canon.
Snowcloak now,
You know,
that would be amazing.
that would be a divine intervention right there.
That would be depression.
I'm glad you
Just
cut all the
for me, just-
adjudicator stuff out.
Vice-Gerent.
Vice-Gerent. Oh, there's one.
Adjudicator.
Fuck off. Let's
Oh, you cut that part out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Adjudicator.
Oh yeah, there was that too. There was so much with that. So absurd. Okay. You're gonna pull one? You guys want to pull one?
Pulled it.
Okay.
You couldn't see because no one can see me.
Okay, so that doesn't count. Okay, let's see. Oh god.
Please don't pull Snowclick. That would be just amazing.
Oh.
It is. It looks like a key.
Something.
Piss on
It's
me.
the something.
It's the lost city of Amdapor Hard.
You know what? I actually like that dungeon.
No, I've done it too many times.
Wait,
Is that the one with the healing thing at the end?
no,
Where it does cure 4 and stuff? And you
I don't like that one.
Oh, it is, isn't it? No, that's
I was thinking of Amdapor Keep Hard, which I actually like.
yeah. Well, that's what you're going to see us do tomorrow.
Make sure to catch it.
Yeah. When is it?
I don't know.
When did we do it last time? We should do it the same time.
It was in the afternoon sometime.
Wasn't it in the evening? It's around. It's 1 hour before this podcast.
Oh
airs.
yeah, okay, yeah, 7 p.m.
7
GMT.
p.m. GMT, 11 a.m. PST. Then
1 p.m. Yazz time,
1 p.m. Yazz time.
or maybe 2 p.m.
1
Yeah, it was 1 p.m.
1 p.m. Yazz time. That's Canada time.
See you there, guys.
See you there,
It's
guys.
gonna be good.
So let's switch to our Q&A, where you guys ask questions, we answer the best we can. Also a good time to talk about whatever related to 14, if there is anything you want to talk about. While we wait for questions from our viewers. Oh yeah, I want to talk about I should say that for the post-show, about Secrets of a Realm. There's something specific about that. So yeah, that's a good tease for the post-show. By the way...
That was an awful tease. Well, guys, I want to talk about Secrets of Realm. Oh no, wait, we'll wait.
There's something special about Secrets of a Realm that I want to
There's
talk
always
about.
something special about it.
Yeah.
It's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we start at 7:30, but we advertise it as 7.
Yeah. We just want to make sure
Always-
people are early, that's all.
Seeing the
Always
animated, that's
fashionable.
good. Yeah, this is good. Flashy64 says, seen the animated videos on Final Fantasy XIV's YouTube channel. I did. What the fuck is it? I'm so confused. There's like a collab. Yes, you haven't seen it at all, have you?
I saw the thumbnails and was like,
That's
I
all you
don't think I'm
need.
going to click on
That's
that.
all you need. There's one thing I think that's funny. First of all, it's like what's that style of animation? It's a very
Flash.
kind of looks like Flash. It feels kind of like a Western way of animating, like an old-fashioned Western thing.
What, like cell shaded?
I'm going to watch
No,
it
it's
right
not
now.
cell
cell-
shaded. It's just like who's that drawer? I'm thinking about a specific. His name is like. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But it's the one thing that I think is funny is that the Yoshi-P dude. Yoshi-P dude? The Yoshi-P character, or Yoshi-P, whenever he moves, you can hear all his jewelry, like... I think that's a pretty funny thing that they did there. Like, they really picked on that. Every time he talks... Because he comes out of, like, a portal, they have an aetheryte crystal, and they ask Yoshi-P for help. It's basically a tutorial for noobs, in a funny way.
Chat has nailed it. It's very much like a Newgrounds animation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah, there you go. There's a question I don't understand. What was the head in the end of SoH?
What was the head?
Have you seen?
What?
Are you a patron? Have you seen? I can't remember if I put a head in the end of SoH in the new one either, so it doesn't matter if you're a patron because I can't remember. I don't know. Is there a head? I don't know. Dear Lukile Bravestone, how do you type with boxing gloves on your hands? Boxing gloves?
What?
I don't have boxing gloves. Is that a reference I'm not taking? Any plans for a project about Final Fantasy XIV 2.0 features compared to 1.0 and how the game how it was in the beginning? I kind of have done the 2.0 versus 1.0 though. But I think you might be referring to a 2.0 versus what we have now, maybe, because that is in the plans. We're planning that. How do you make all these amazing UI elements in this and your videos? I'm very impressed. Oh, thank you. I went to school for it. I guess that's why. Yeah, I just do it. I do it. You guys can read as well. Yeah, you have
We
eyes.
can't.
Not a single one if you know Homestar Runner. No. Apparently, is that, I guess.
Of course I know Homestar Runner.
What is it?
What is it?
Yeah, Homestar Runner was like one of the original Flash websites.
Ah.
Oh, it's a guy without hands.
I mean, it's a whole bunch of people.
Guy.
Best one was strong bad email was the best one, absolutely. You never heard Trogdor before?
No.
Nope.
Trogdor the Burninator?
Must have been like a North American thing.
No, it was on Guitar Hero, man.
Oh, and I've heard Trogdor. I've heard that song on Guitar Hero, but it wasn't a reference I got. I just thought it was a weird
I
song.
love how I googled Trogdor and Know Your Meme is the first result.
But yeah, because it was the original meme. It was a meme before memes were memes.
Trogdor the Burninator.
Yeah. He was a man. No, actually, he was a dragon man. Actually, he was just a dragon.
Dragon, it says. Oh, it's a 3-minute and 30-second long
Here I
video.
go once again with the email. Every week I hope that it's from a female. Oh man, it's not from a female. Hey, Strongbad, can you draw a dragon? I want to see your skills of an artist. Okay.
Okay, I can't watch the whole thing. Interesting.
It's so good, though. It's so good.
Oh yeah. I can't go into that. That's a bit of a spoiler, so I can't about the head thing. I just remembered now. That's a big thing. So yeah, we'll get to that.
No, I'm not done on Poor Savage yet. Right at the end.
One day.
Oh, you were asking about specifically how I make the overlays. Yeah, it's a little bit of Illustrator, a little bit of Illustrator, a little bit of Photoshop, a little bit of After Effects. So that's how I make them. Is there a premiere date set for the fourth host of the show yet? The fourth host has been chosen, so that's been locked in kind of ish now. But isn't it? Yeah, January, February. So
That sort of area.
look forward to that.
Within the next month, probably.
Yeah.
Thereabouts, yeah.
That's our target, anyways. Okay. I love the energy in here. It's good energy. Hey. Question: how do you feel waking up 10 minutes after airtime? How does it feel to still have your pillow mark on? Oh, I've never done this, and it was like I felt like it was the end of the world when I heard the voices. Don't take this out of context, but when I heard Yazz and Maela speaking, and like I could hear they're like chattering, there was like a radio that was turned on. I was like, fucking turn off the radio. And I looked at the time, and it was like past 9. I was like, funny, because around this time I would usually be alive by now, but here I am sleeping. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna sleep.
And Maela and I are like, so how long do we wait?
Yeah, there is no like plan B if I don't show up.
I mean, I was just gonna call you.
Yeah, you
just be like,
I think you sent me a message.
I did.
Yeah. So
I
That
was like,
shows you how good it is to get through to him via phone as well.
yeah, I had it on silence, so
It wouldn't have made a difference.
wouldn't have made a difference. Let's see.
Yes, Maximus. I've now got to wait till episode 169
Yeah.
for enjoyment, which I'll probably be ill for as well.
Yeah, you probably will.
That's
When-
only like 2 years.
Is it? Because we have 52. Like if we do every single week, we have 52 episodes a year. So, it's gonna be a while.
To be honest, although I really, really wanted to do episode 69, I think I'm looking forward to April the 1st, or April Fool's one more, because we put quite a bit of effort into those.
Yes.
That was quite fun.
Episode 69 came sort of out of... It shouldn't
Too
have.
fast.
It shouldn't have. We've been talking about episode 69 since we started the podcast. And when episode 69 was knocking at the door, we were like, we're not prepared. I haven't prepared anything. There was a tiny thing for people. You know what happened during the wait screen. I think that's the only thing that was different. Kurt Hectic 97, what's your worst Final Fantasy 14 patch and why? 3.1.
Through 3.1? Yeah, I can see that.
3.1 because of Diadem and Lord of Romanian. The biggest disappointments in the game.
Through the Maelstrom 2.2, whatever that was.
Oh yeah, the one with Leviathan? Was that the Leviathan patch? It must have been. Yeah. Oh god, I saw... Are you doing anything for Christmas? I saw that one. We've just sort of started discussing it. we should, right? It's Christmas, so we have to do
We
something.
better do something for it, yeah.
Yeah, I could barely make Secrets of a Realm, so the advent calendar thing that I talked about that's not going to happen. But I am going to make something, but it's not going to be an advent calendar because it's weird. It's like I'm like 1 week behind. I feel like it's still November. Why is it December 2nd all of a sudden? But hey, that's how it goes. So yeah, we'll do something for Christmas, but what, I don't know. Probably some streams, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe a short sketch or something.
A sketch.
Mm.
Want to do some Monty Python sketch?
Yeah, a little bit of flying circus.
Yeah. So yeah, look forward to that. I'll probably keep you posted on Discord and stuff. Also, make sure to join our Discord if you haven't. Exclamation
mark. Good. For weapon glamour, do you guys have a preference?
I usually just glamour relics.
Yeah, I like the relics as well.
Shiny.
Relics or crafted primals with the effects.
Oh yeah, I really want the newest one they added. Is it
Shinryu?
For
No,
the crafted
one.
Sephiroth's
weapon
For
for
what
the healer.
class?
Looks good.
For the white mage one?
Yeah.
Okay. Shame that Sephiroth Fiend Sap is like 20 million.
Yeah, it's very expensive right now.
Really?
We could farm it though. Sephiroth's
go
probably
farm
my
that shit
favorite
up
fight
ASAP,
in the
dude.
game.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done it. I don't think I've even been in there.
Sephi X is
It's the
Beautiful
only
fight.
primal I've never unlocked. I think I haven't unlocked it.
Well, you had to unlock it because you had
Yeah.
to unlock Sephiroth in order to do Zervan and Sophia.
God, do you remember when we did Servan?
God, yeah, we did that. Huh, I
liked
don't know
that
why. I think that happened just as I can't remember. Yeah, because I don't. Normally, I usually do all the extreme primals. I've done all of them except for him
Well, you haven't done
And Shinryu.
Shinryu.
and Shinryu because now I just can't be asked. I don't have time. I mean, I don't have time. I say. I
have
just
to carry you motherfuckers
yes.
through everything.
Please carry me.
Come on, Yaz. Get on with it. Carry us, Yaz.
I'll carry you if you guys buy me full pentamelded direct hit accessories.
Holy,
Yeah, no problem. So
yeah,
I'll
sure.
From 1-8 set. So
Then
it's
I'll carry you through
100%
it.
guaranteed. Meld.
That too. That'd be better.
Favorite game or game series besides Final Fantasy?
Fallout. The whole franchise.
Fallout is good. I've only played
Probably.
3 and 4, I think. Yeah, Maela?
Probably either Baldur's Gate or Elder Scrolls series.
Elder Scrolls, yeah, man, yeah.
I'm pretty into that.
It's difficult. I want to say Kingdom Hearts, but that's not. I've always had, and this is probably gonna no. If you watch Secrets of a Realm, you probably get it. But I've always been like a big fan of. It's sad because all of the games that I love, they've usually died. I was a big fan of Silent Hill for a while. That was my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
game franchise for a while until after 4. So 1 through 4 is fine. 4 is okay. After that, no. Now it's just a pachinko machine, I think, isn't it? I think it's on you can get it on
Is
iOS
it?
too. It's just a slot machine.
It was
on
PT
iOS.
and then it was nothing.
That
Yeah.
sounds awful. What are your guys' thoughts on the upcoming Free Company submarines in 4.2? Are they in 4.2?
Oh, they
And do you
probably
think they'll
are.
be like FC Airship? I think they'll be exactly like FC
It'll be the
Airship,
exact same.
Yeah.
100%.
but you'll be able to get Stormblood mats instead of Heavenswood mats.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It's. I'm not very hyped for that.
No, I.
People keep asking about the fourth speaker. A vague hint, you've already seen them.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's Clinway. No, I'm just kidding.
It's Orange. He's back.
Yeah. The replacement for Orange is Orange. Are you ever going to update the speaker's intro screen with some cutscenes for the Heavensward and Stormblood intros? That's interesting. I haven't even thought about it. No, because I think the intro for our podcast is neutral enough because it's just showing you like actually in fact it's showing you Mordona 1.0 and then the second half is... What is the second half? It's Behemoth in front of Crystal Tower, I think.
Right.
It's from the Realm
Yeah.
Reborn opening,
It's
obviously.
Yeah, in Curtis.
We might change it one day. Whenever...
It's classic now.
It's classic, but I do usually update it between seasons. We don't use seasons anymore. We kind of stopped using seasons. Because I don't understand where seasons end and begin with this show. Because it's just like, now we're on season 3. We just decided at some point that we were doing season 3. We've been on season 3 for a year now.
Maybe we should do it by the actual seasons of the year. And then at least it's easy to keep track.
So you mean we'll have 4 seasons per year?
A year.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds a bit excessive. That's a
Well,
lot of
yeah, then.
intros.
Every year we'll have a new one.
Yeah, new intro at 169. Sounds like a good
Okay.
idea.
That's fine.
What will the new deep dungeon be? We've talked about this before. I think it's going to be the tower in
That
Ruby
big
C.
tower.
Yeah, without a doubt.
4th speaker confirmed for Roderick. Yeah, there you go. It's the rogue from Remnants of a Realm, the true secret 4th host. Or by expansion. So now we should be at the 4th season. Yeah, I mean,
2-year-long seasons.
That's Lukile's job.
yeah, that is my job, I guess, to segment us into seasons. That's apparently a job now. I don't know how they decide seasons on podcasts. Like, how do you decide it? I mean, okay, I guess
when you take a break, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it would make sense then that when we between Christmas and when... Okay, so let's start the new season in January then. That's the new
Cool.
season. That is not
Okay.
a promise that we'll get a new intro.
Nah.
That is not... that is... Well, it would make sense because we would have a 4th host at some point.
Yeah.
So the new season starts when we have the new host. There you go.
Very in-depth.
It's a very... it's deep lore.
To say that you're not even going to do a new intro for it, most likely.
Well,
It's just gonna be
that
the
was
same.
just because I was afraid that I had to make one until... Like, cause I don't know when we're getting back on air with the podcast after the holidays. I would assume as soon as
Sure.
possible. So, no.
To be fair, you've put a new background in for this
I
part.
have.
So
And
we could be on a new season right now, for all we know.
we have... Surprise! It's a new season. Welcome to season 4. We started a couple of weeks ago. I thought about it when I did the background. I was like, this is a bad idea because if we change seasons, it would be better to have it for the new season. But we don't announce seasons either. It's just for us. It's just internal shit.
Woolhead.
What?
Woolhead, yes, please.
Woolhead. That would be fucking great. We wouldn't understand a shit because he would just be sitting there speaking Japanese, drinking wine. We'll be like, yeah, sure.
My games are really good, aren't they?
Let me ask again: is Final Fantasy 14 and 12 linked?
No.
That would be
No.
every episode. Every episode would be that.
And he'd just be
What
like,
other
"Well, look at
place-
my phone."
On Hydaelyn, would you like to visit for an expansion? The old world, the
Mericidia.
new world, Mericidia,
Yeah, Mericidia.
Ilsabar. Dude,
I-
honestly,
really-
I want to go to the new world.
Yeah, I
real
want to go
bad.
to the new. Isn't that where the Mikotes are from?
That's the
No.
love
the old world?
potatoes.
That's
Oh,
the
they're from
potatoes. Are
From
Mikotes
Mericidia?
from Mericidia?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Okay, then.
I want to go to Mericidia just because it's dead, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
wasteland.
Mericidia dead?
it's in.
No, it's
You
fine.
can't live there. It's mostly in hospital, isn't it? You can't. Is it?
No, it's fine.
I
Just the
thought it was-
desert. That's all.
Lukile
I
needs
thought
to
it was
pick up this.
inhospitable.
Yeah, I'm definitely. For me, it's definitely the new world. Mammals are from the new world. Yes, that is true.
I'm pretty
Um,
confident Ilsabard is where we're going next expansion.
Yeah.
Oh, Ilsabard is absolutely where we're going next expansion,
Yeah,
without a
so-
doubt.
Do they not have an index?
No.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, they do.
Yes, was my answer.
Yeah, you guys just go ahead and talk. I'll be right back.
Do you
Mm.
think 14 will someday be released on Xbox One? No, because Microsoft requires everyone on their servers to only be with Xbox players.
No,
for some
Haven't they
reason.
opened up
you
now?
just said that you're gonna get flamed in
Oh,
now.
sorry, guys. Please Please, no phlegm.
Take
Please.
it back. Take it back.
Please no flame.
Don't no phlegm. No phlegm.
No phlegm, please.
Actually, it's sort of the tides are turned a bit because it seems like Sony doesn't want to do it now.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's weird because apparently Sonny doesn't want to mangle with
God damn it, Shani.
Microsoft now because they want to keep their exclusives exclusive and stuff. So that's
Well,
a whole can of a shit. The
I really
history.
hope they bring it out on the Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah. Did you see the? Oh no, that's unrelated. I can talk about it on the post show. It doesn't say anything about Mericidia here, does it?
I mean, it's definitely in the
Probably.
lore book, yeah.
It'll be somewhere.
It's not on the. I don't think it's on the.
Somewhere.
I disagree, Seta. I think we're definitely going to Mericidia eventually. It's got too much importance. Whether we go there as like a dungeon or a raid or something.
No.
We'll
Do
see
not.
it, but regardless, we're gonna see it for sure. It's just too important to the world.
Do not. Zalfatol Mericidia. Please no.
I mean, if anything, I could see it being like a 24-man or something. But if it's truly super desolate, then what are you gonna do there?
Yeah.
You know.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty fucked up there now.
I mean, it's hot. I mean, it's Australia. No, it is. I'm not joking. That's not a joke. It's Australia.
Welcome to Mericidia, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's just like how Eorzea is, Africa and
Yeah.
Russia.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's Australia. So there's probably like 20 people living there. They live on the edge, and then the rest is death.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Yeah.
And then in 60 years' time, we'll all emigrate there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. We've reached the end of the episode actually because we can't go overtime now because we have so much to do in the post show. Thank you guys for sending in questions. There's a lot more questions. We can save some of the questions for the post show then, but we have to do the switch. Thank you guys for watching.
Nintendo Switch.
If you're watching on YouTube and this is your first episode, you might not want to watch the post show, but it's on Twitch anyway. It's twitch.tv/speakers of Heidelin. Make sure to make the switch click. Let's click the switch click. Remember to follow us on Twitter at
Switch click.
the click that is on the Nintendo Switch commercial. Oh, that's a good click there. Twitter.com/speakersxiv, Facebook.com/speakersxiv, Twitch.tv/speakers of Heidelin, and YouTube.com/speakersxiv. We'll be back next week, same time, same place, same
Technical
place.
issues.
And there will probably be technical difficulties, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.
Bye.
How do they like the
Queen?
how does the Queen wave?
It's
Doesn't
like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah,
One,
I think it was
two,
like the old
three,
ones did
four.
this. They did like
1,
this
2,
wave.
3, 4.
Goodbye, peasants. Bye.
Fuck you.